And so it looks like we are not getting the statement to print out right here. So what we can go ahead and do, if we come over here, after we break the reference to it, so when we set rect4 to be equal to null, there's actually one additional statement that I can include right here. The statement that I'm going to include is actually a way to force Java to not necessarily perform garbage collection right then, but at least to scan through the system to consider performing garbage collection. Generally speaking, you will almost never, in fact, probably you will never be expected to actually use this particular line of code in any practical case. This is primarily just to be able to demonstrate when garbage collection is taking place and to be able to see that finalized method being executed. So the thing that we can use right here is going to be to use the system and then the GC method. So say system.gc. This is going to call the garbage collector and make a request for it to consider performing garbage collection in the near future. So we'll go ahead and add that line. We'll come back over here and we'll compile. We'll then go ahead and run. And now we can see the finalized method was called. Right here, in this case, it was called at the very end after our 4 other statements. But if we run this again, you can actually see on these first 2, we got it right at the very end. But in this one, it was right in the middle. So this kind of demonstrates what I was talking about before, which is that garbage collection will occur periodically, but we can't predict precisely when it will occur. And as you can see, it's different every time that we run it. So that's kind of the big issue with trying to reliably use garbage collection. Okay. So this is going to wrap up garbage collection as well as this general set of videos going through advanced topics for objects and classes. Going beyond the scope of this, additional topics that we can get into later on include things like inheritance, essentially the relationship between what we'll see later as subclasses and superclasses. We'll eventually get to that as we go forward.